This is Mick and Jacob, and you're listening to Propaganda.
We took a week off because we had a very busy personal schedule, and then we were also moving. It was an intense week, but we're back, and we're so excited to talk to you guys about, well, I don't know. There was really only one huge thing that happened. I feel like that took the news
The news has been
headlines.
kind of weird recently.
It has been.
So we had that Cole Allen. He attempted to assassinate the president, the White House staff, the cabinet, whoever. Pretty clearly the president, but he broke into the White House Correspondents Dinner and then ran through security like with a gun, and it didn't work very well. But thankfully everyone's okay. I don't really know what you can say about that. It's like so common, unfortunately, that it's like everyone forgot about it. You know, like it happens and then that's it.
It's like
okay, someone just tried to kill the president. And the Secret Service kind of failed, you know. I mean, they got him before he could do anything else, but they didn't do a very good job keeping anything safe or secure before the Correspondents' Dinner. So there's a lot of questions there.
He had the opportunity to shoot.
Yeah.
They heard gunshots.
Yeah.
How does that happen? How do you get into an event like that with a gun and have the chance to shoot? This is also, the third time that there's been
at least the third known assassination attempt. Right.
Yeah, on the president.
Right.
I mean, we're getting into historical numbers here. A third assassination. A third assassination attempt.
Right, within a year and a half of I guess the Butler one was before he was president.
Oh, he was running for office, but
right.
He was a previous president.
But there's not even. It's we're at a bad point where it's not even worth talking about. Everyone found out about it, right? No one really knows any more about, who cares, you know? I'm not saying that, it's unimportant, but I mean, we're so used to it. This attempt, how is it that much different or any different than the others? I don't know. It's exhausting to even, spend time and energy on because everyone hears about it, and the next day everyone forgets about it because it doesn't matter, right?
Well, and it's so exhausting, too, because there's 1,000 conspiracy theories all at once.
Yeah.
And you don't even know what to think or believe or look into. You're just okay, moving on. I guess
everyone was saying it was staged,
and we know we'll never get the right answer too. So it's not even really worth your time and your energy. So you're well, we'll never really know what happened. We won't hear from that guy again. He'll probably commit suicide in his jail cell in the next month, and then we won't know anything. So
no one died at the shooting. So. Apparently he wasn't even shot, so they just apprehended him. You can watch the video of him running through the hall, but one of the Secret Service members or police on site or FBI, whoever they were, one of the feds got shot, but he survived. Whatever, he's fine. So I don't know, what even
is there to say? It's weird.
It almost says more about the reaction to it all than it does about what actually happened, which I find interesting. So
yeah, you watch the videos, and I mean, the Secret Service, they grab the vice president, they grab Vance first, which they each have a different team. So Trump has his own team, Vance has his own team too.
But they're under the same branch, you know.
Right, they have the same,
Why did Trump's team, again, why are they so slow? Why are they so behind the ball when this happens? It's on video. They pulled, it's kind of funny because J.D. Vance is sitting in his chair. And this guy pulls him out of the just straight up pulls him with a chair, and for 5 seconds Trump is still sitting there. No one's by Trump
eating his
Everyone
food.
Grabbed Vance, pulled him out, and Trump's still there.
What's going on?
Yeah, so
he needs a new team.
There's going to be questions there. So.
Because this is the third time this has happened, and they're slow to react.
Something that is worth talking about that I want to spend most of our time on is Trump hosted King Charles at the White House. So this is a huge thing. Okay. Everyone had a problem with it.
Wait, why?
Because the National Guard or the Army Guard of the White House, they were dressed up in red coats, the British, to kind of honor King Charles. We can throw a picture of it
Our
on
military
screen.
Was dressed up as redcoats?
Yes.
To honor King Charles.
Yeah, to kind of pay homage to.
Oh, sorry, Prince or King?
King.
King, yeah.
This is the son.
Right.
what was her name? Queen Elizabeth.
I know they're like weird with titles. I never
British
understand.
royalty, yeah.
I don't know. It's a little like.
It's interesting, okay? Whatever, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't sit right with me.
I could care less what they're wearing.
Okay. I don't know. Why wouldn't we dress up like our?
I don't know.
I don't know. I find that a little weird. You kind of like move past that fast.
They're like, it's like the marching band. Like he dresses up like the marching band, like, and they're dressed up as the redcoats. I don't know why.
Okay, but we kind of have like a history, you know?
Yeah, and he highlights some of the. He talks about like the Revolutionary War, and he talks about the strong history of our two countries and our allies and all that stuff. Okay. But what I wanted to get to was this article from The Atlantic. Okay, the title of the article is Donald Trump's disturbing welcome for King Charles.
Disturbing?
Yes. So you think it's disturbing because they're wearing redcoats? I think it's who cares? And then this article, however, finds it disturbing. And it states that at the White House, the president embraced the idea that the nation is an Anglo-Saxon one. Okay, so he embraced the idea that the U.S. is an Anglo-Saxon nation. Interesting. Okay, why would that be a problem? Because seeing it as how it was for all of its history. Certainly the founding of it and the settling of it and the conquest of it was all Anglo-Saxon. So, okay, Trump says, long before America had a nation or a constitution, we first had a culture, a character, and a creed. Their veins ran with Anglo-Saxon courage. Their hearts beat with an English faith in standing firm for what is right, good, and true. In recent years, we've often heard it said that America is merely an idea, but the cause of freedom did not simply appear as an intellectual invention of 1776. Okay, I've had a lot of problems with Trump recently. And like we kind of hate him a lot, but that's really good.
Well said.
That's really good.
Yeah.
If only his policy and presidential orders and his actual instruction of where he wanted the country to go was as good as his ideas and his thoughts on paper, because that's solid. Like America's not just an idea. Turns out it's a country, it's a people, it's a culture, and he highlights all those things, and.
That wasn't just built on the back of African slaves, by the way. Everyone always wants to go back to that. It was built on the back of African slaves. No, it actually wasn't. Like, barely, really. It was built on the back of a lot of settlers. We always pay, I guess, respect to the slaves. Sure, It's nice to see someone point back to our roots and our culture and the foundation that this country truly was built on. I feel like that's never said. It's not said enough.
No.
We're always paying dues, paying respect to what was built on the backs of slave labor. Sure.
Right.
Sure. But
happened for a little bit, short time in our country's history. We got rid of it. Wasn't good. No one likes it.
But it's always like, I guess, overlooked.
Right. They give credit to like the slavery the most almost.
Yeah.
And in reality, it's like, well, okay. But also, what about everyone else that also did things and settled this land and went out and conquered it and created something from it? And not just an idea of freedom, but an actual physical embodiment of it, a country, a people, a group, a heritage. And this comes from, he says, Anglo-Saxon, right? English, German, French, Europe, okay? Later on, the Italians, whatever, okay? But that's the makeup of this country. That was, at least. And not to get all back to immigration and the changing of all that, because we spend a lot of time on that anyways. But what he's saying here is actually true. And like, what's funny to me is that the article, the author, they point out a problem with it. They're saying that's bad, or they're saying that that's a misrepresentation. And it's definitely not. Like how, think about the colonies here, in the states here, and the immigrants that came here, okay? Not the ones that came here and filed for free housing and free healthcare, subsidized food meals and all those. Not those immigrants. Immigrants that spent months on sea, risking everything, leaving a lot of people behind, to come to a new world where there was very little law and order at the time, very little societal structure. They risked all of that to come here in the hopes for freedom,
Yep.
a better life, a new beginning, whatever it may have been. So,
They didn't hop a wall and immediately get handed a welfare check.
right. Yes.
I'm sorry. There's a
It's-
big difference between immigration today and back then, even 100 years ago.
Which, if you want to say immigrants, okay, yeah, it may make mid 1800s. They're probably immigrants by then, you know. But for the longest time, immigrants is probably the wrong word. I would say it's settlers.
Yeah,
Pilgrims,
I agree.
You know, conquerors, whatever you may call it. And you might have a problem with those words, but honestly, that's your fault because that's what these people were. And to pretend that that's a bad thing is ridiculous. To pretend that this country was somehow not started by Anglo-Saxon settlers, people, inhabitants, is completely incorrect. So
That's like erasing our culture, our history, what we were built on, and that's why it's so irritating too. Because everyone always says it's I don't know, it's somehow racist. The comments, if you watch this on video, the comments will all be saying that you guys are racist.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of black and brown immigrants that have, you know, they've built up this country as well. Yeah, okay, but also they settled a country. That's pretty hard. Can we recognize that's a brave thing to do? Can we pay any respect to that at all?
can we say that the people that came here within the last 100 years, they came to a country that was already established and made and safe and had structure and stability. They didn't come here through the Cumberland Gap and go off on the prairie and try to settle a little homestead by themselves. It's a different time. And the immigrants of today are not the same as the immigrants, the settlers of previous. So I don't know. I'm like, okay, Trump, he's gone. I mean, he's gone. But but his actual ideas and his speeches and what he's trying to say, that's all right. Just why can't you actually promote it and encourage it and act on it provide some grounds for what you're saying, not just giving it a speech every once in a while.
Yeah. That's the problem is he's really good at that. He's really good at speeches.
Yes.
He's very good at, I don't know, I guess you could say riling up the crowd.
Yeah.
But we need a little more action.
But that's one thing that the left tells us. That's one of the things that a lot of people have told us is that America is just an idea. It's okay, there's an idea of America, but also America is a real country with the people. And I don't know, when you say Japan, when you say Germany, when you say South Korea, do you say South Korea is an idea? No, it's not an idea. It's a country. And the people of South Korea make it what it is and have made it what it was. For long periods of history. They have been what's contributing in making and building the country of South Korea, okay? It's not just an idea. No, it's actually, it's a piece of land on the other side of the world that has borders and rules and laws and a system over there, But America, it's just an idea. It's no, it's right now it seems like it's just a long past unachievable idea. That's what it seems like right now. But for most of American history, it was an actual country before we were overran and fundamentally changed at the most basic levels of our society.
And I'm glad he said that too, because we need to get back to the idea and the foundation that we are a country built by Europeans. And for some reason, that's a crazy thing to say and that's a racist thing to say. But I'm proud of my German ancestors for coming over here, taking that risk, for settling. And now here I am living as an American. They got to live the American dream. I can be proud of that. And I should be able to say that without getting, I don't know.
Without being treated like a foreigner in your own country.
Attacked socially.
Yeah.
Being called a racist.
Right. Why is that a bad thing to say? Oh, I have ancestors. I have people who came and fought here and settled here and built this place. And I get to, generations later, live here and enjoy and, participate in what they helped to create. And I'm proud of that, like you're saying. Everyone else is allowed to be proud of their heritage and their ancestry and where their people came from. And I'm proud that mine came here and built this that you and I are a part of. You're right. We don't show the same respect or reverence or appreciation that we should have. Instead, it's like, no, this country was built by slaves.
Like,
That's who we have to appreciate. Is
Yeah,
the, is
okay.
the slaves in the South, in cotton fields. That's who we should appreciate. So, and I'm not trying to belittle what happened or anything. I'm just saying that's what they say we should be appreciative for.
Mhm.
And they totally throw out, okay, what about the people that came here before them?
Mhm.
What about the people that made this country into what it is today so that other people want to come here today?
Yep.
Apparently, a lot of people. So,
It's like two things can never be true at once.
right.
You can never, okay, thank the slave labor, recognize it was a bad thing, and, you know, they helped build this country.
They didn't. They helped sustain.
No, I'm arguing on
one
their
industry. In
I'm
the South.
arguing for them right now. Okay, fine, you know? But then also, it's not a bad thing to then recognize, like you were saying, the people that came before them.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make it any, it doesn't take away from them. It doesn't take, but it does take away from the people that settled this country when you're saying, when you're just chalking it up to be slaves that came here from Africa, they built this country,
Right.
and we're not allowed to recognize our ancestors that came and settled it.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I have ancestors that came here in the 1820s. Okay. And the people that came here in the 1820s are a lot different than the people that come here in the 2020s. Okay. It's a very different group of people. It's a different nationality. It's a different idea. It's a different like set of fundamental beliefs and values
Mindset.
in a lot of cases. Right. Different mindset. Okay. These are not the same people. So we don't need to pretend that this is some like immigrants built this country. Let's let in millions and millions of illegals from all around the world to come contribute to our wonderful society. And it's like, why do they want to come here in the first place? Like, this country was built for a purpose, for a reason, and we should enjoy that and, you know, be appreciative of that. And instead, we're told to ignore it and just completely disregard what they did and what they created, and B, at the same time, we're also allowed to and supposed to and want to like promote other peoples that have nothing to do with it to come here and then also take part in it, you know, and show no respect for us or our culture or our people or our language. Even they don't even speak our language. Okay. But if you say, oh, America's just an idea, then all of that's okay. That's the problem of it too. So by Trump putting a label on America, defining what it is, what it was, what it should be, it allows, you know, it creates a better defense of what America was instead of just saying, oh, it's an idea. Who cares? So,
Because we're lacking in pride.
yeah.
American citizens lack pride for their country, for their ancestors, because we've been told for so long that they were just these racist hillbillies that did nothing for the improvement of this country.
Right.
And that actually, since they were immigrants, we should be okay with, I guess, letting millions more flood the country.
Right.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Propaganda. Happy Tuesday. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will talk to you on Friday. Make sure to follow us on all of our other social channels. We have YouTube, that's Propaganda MJ. We have TikTok at Mick and Jacob, Instagram at Mick and Jacob, and then our X account is Propagand MJ. There's no A at the end of Propaganda. It's just Propagand MJ. So make sure you follow all of our socials to see our video content. And until then, we will talk to you on Friday.